Hello BookTube! Welcome to 2017. This is going to be an exciting new year. I'm going to try to be a lot more active on my channel this year. 2017 was really not a good year for me, but I'm hoping that 2018 will prove to be much better. Now, I thought I'd kick off the year with something that I don't normally do, and that is a TBR. Yes, I'm going to try to stick to it. I'm going to try to read a lot more in 2017 than I did in 2018 than I did in 2017. And I figured TBRs and wrap-ups would be one way to inspire me to do that. And the first thing that I'm going to do is, the one way that I'm going to kick off the new year is I'm going to be rereading the Harry Potter books. Now, this is one of the new illustrated editions, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone if you're not in America. Now, again, like everyone else, I grew up with Harry Potter and I absolutely loved it, and so I'm really interested to reread Harry Potter as an adult, now that I finally have had time to forget the series a little bit. When I was a kid, I just read the books over and over again until I completely had the storyline memorized forwards and backwards, and I would... So now that I've forgotten the storyline a little bit, I'm going to reread the books, and I'm going to rewatch the movies, and I'm hopefully going to feel the same way that I did about them originally. And getting back to these just feels like returning to an old friend. Next on my TBR list is the complete works of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Now, the booktuber Winx and Ink is doing a readathon about for all Sherlock Holmes related books. Either if you want to read the original series or any of the spin-offs or anything that was inspired by the original books. And she did that last year, and I fully intended to participate, but then I just got too busy and I didn't. And then I never got into it. But this year, I'm really going to try to participate. I'm not anticipating reading this entire entire work, but I'm going to try to dip my toes into it, because I've owned this book for a year and a half now, and I haven't read any of the stories. Now, I found this book at a garage sale, and I got it for a dime, for 10 cents, and it has all the original illustrations. As you can see, so it's absolutely beautiful book, and I'm really happy that I found it. And it's just been wasting away on my shelf, and I need to fix that immediately. The next book that I'm reading is a buddy read, and it is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov with Amy over at FromTheDustyBookshelf. Now, this is a book that we've been meaning to read together for some time, and I'm really excited to get into it. I know Lolita is one of those books that everyone says that you just absolutely have to read, and that Nabokov is the literary genius because of what he does with the written word. I believe English was like his 5th language or something like that, and he wrote Lolita in English, and it has so much to do with wordplay and everything, so I'm really looking forward to it. So I can't wait to get started with that. My last fiction book is a bit of a hate read, I do have to admit, and it is The Selection by Keira. Now, this is a YA fantasy series, well, not fantasy, it's a YA dystopian series, and it's about a new America that has instituted a caste system, and where the main female protagonist is recruited into something called The Selection, which is basically kind of like a reality television program similar to The Bachelor, where the contestants compete to win the heart of the prince, and the winner becomes queen. Now, it is terrible, and I am hating it so far, but I'm hating it in the best possible way. And because I'm a sick, dark, twisted soul, the most pure and fervent emotion that I can possibly ever feel is hatred and anger. So, to pull myself out of the holidays, I really thought, I need to rely on a staple that will make me angry and want to rant about something, and for that I picked The Selection. So I might possibly do a hate video or a rant video. Let me know down in the comment section if that's something you'd be interested in. I don't want to be too mean, but oh my gosh, it's It's bad, guys. It's so stupid, like even more stupid than you can possibly imagine. And last on my TBR, I have 2 works of nonfiction, and that is first, An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth by Colonel Chris Hadfield. Now this, I don't know too much about this except for that Colonel Hadfield, I know he's active on Twitter and things like that. He was an astronaut, and he's just basically kind of wrote this a little bit like a self-help book, a guide for living on Earth. And I love space, and I, like everyone else, dream of being an astronaut secretly. So I figured, this would be a really interesting book to read, and a good way to start off the new year than to and what a better way to start off the new year than by letting an astronaut tell me how to live my life. So, and what I can possibly do to improve it. I figure, that's a good place to start. And the second work of nonfiction that I have is a buddy read with Jess over at Rebel Reads. I will link her channel down below, and it is Hard Choices by Hillary Rodham Clinton. Last year I read What Happened, and her writing style was so accessible and so informative and engaging that I decided that I wanted to read more by her. And since I don't know a lot about foreign policy and I really need to fix that, I figured this would be a great place to start. Obviously, since she is a politician, I take everything she writes with a grain of salt, but I really do find her works really engaging and really interesting. And so Jess and I are going to be tackling this one together, even though it is quite hefty. I'm anticipating that it will just fly by. So those are the books I intend to read in the month of January. If I do have any more time, I might pick up The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and the rest of the series, The Chronicles of Narnia. But if I, am feeling something like if I'm feeling some sort of like children nighttime reads or something like that, I make no promises about being able to keep to it, but I'm hoping that by publicly coming out and saying my TBR, maybe I'll hold myself accountable. So be prepared. These are the books I'm going to be talking about on my channel for the next couple of weeks. And let me know what you're reading in January, okay? I will see you all next time, and have a very happy new year. Bye!